What does the autoimmune label mean to me? Welcome. I'm Kalina Satmom, SATMOM.com. And I just wanted to share today what receiving an autoimmune diagnosis has meant to me in the beginning and what it has meant to me. So, first, there's a bit of shock. Whoa, how did I get here? How did this, why me? And we may even look around us and see other people with, you know, bigger drama, other lifestyle choices that aren't healthy and be like, why did it happen to me? Maybe it's in our lineage. Maybe we just don't know. Well, what does it mean for my life? There's a level of, okay, well, there's this. Let's just limp along regular life as best as possible, which eventually leads to I need medicine to do that. So, what is my measure really? This came to me via a beautiful teacher, Nico Wolf. I was in some women's shamanic training and I just couldn't keep up. And I would dive in and enjoy it. And the consequences on the other side of just holding the space, being still for so long, just not knowing how my body was going to respond, not being present with my body and not realizing I was so not present with my body. And from what came from that was the challenge of what is my measure actually? What can I healthfully sustain on a day to day basis without meds or with minimal meds? So there's the staying off or minimizing medication. There's the Western medicine does not know much about autoimmune disease besides throwing pharmacology at it. Western medicine doesn't take the process of unraveling to the root of the problem. So we're left kind of grasping at a hidden situation that everybody thinks you're fine and should act normal, and everybody around you, even after they know your diagnosis, they still treat you the same because you look the same. You look normal. you know it's easy to feel or get pegged as lazy, um, or unproductive or not inspired when that's not necessarily the case. Like sometimes with this whole constant process of unknowingly going a little bit too hard and then having longer consequences afterwards, trying to dive into the things that you love and not having the bandwidth that you used to have, or not having the bandwidth that is perceived as normal and thus validated and celebrated. Understanding cellular inflammation and what that actually is and what it means. We have this thing in our cell called mitochondria. It's literally the light inside of us. It glows. And there's a lot of the cellular processes, how hormones and nutrients and all the things get exchanged start right here at a cellular level. Caring for ourselves more deeply at a cellular level. What it also means was realizing hidden trauma, suppressed trauma, potentially causing emotional trauma. It may be suppressed or not suppressed, but the brain can only manage so much and forgets. And that can be a blessing. The body always remembers. So we end up having to work with the body, acceptance, movement, bringing our ability to be present into our bodies more and more, because a lot of us that receive this diagnosis have been quite disembodied because of bad feelings, trauma, lots of different ways, busyness, even. So, unraveling that to reveal ourselves and thus heal, unraveling. And in the unraveling, there's emotional unraveling, which, there's tears that shed, there's emotional movement that mostly will have to go through. In my experience, autoimmune disease has called me to say, how am I working with my emotions? And am I keeping myself in places that my emotions are always triggered without resolution? It means stepping into a detox lifestyle of all this old mental emotional BS, all of the places that I never showed up for myself, coming to terms with food, water, reduced electro alkalized water, giving my cells hydration and energy from the inside, means detoxing how busy I am, detoxing the need to be busy to be validated, detoxing busyness as my presence and my gift to the world. Water fasts. We've got one coming up next week. Join me. And those are the tools. Like, along this journey, not knowing what I was going through, I collected some magnificent tools. And there are the innate tools, the waters, our cycling with the moon, following our own hormonal and moon center mental emotional cycles. Nature, sound, yoga, breath, meditation, finding my stillness. These are the things that give me presence above and beyond any label, and also give me the acceptance to sit with my measure and not have to launch myself outside of it in order to gain acceptance from the outside world or from myself. I hope this serves you. Please follow me in my journey with autoimmune healing, with healing cellular inflammation, gut issues, and other toxins as we activate the waters in our body and heal ourselves through allowing the deaths and rebirths of our natural cycles. So, this is going to be sometimes intense and otherwise a fun journey. I look forward to connecting more. Thank you.